Hello, everybody. My name is Catherine Nye, also known as Dr. Nye or Professor Nye at Pasadena City College, where I am an instructor in the theater arts department. And I am so thrilled that this weekend, June 6th and 7th, we will be proudly presenting Dario Fo's play, They Don't Pay, We Won't Pay. This is a really timely play, even though it was written 50 years ago, about grocery store riots, workers' rights, capitalism run amok, rioting, police brutality, and so many themes and issues that unfortunately are still extremely relevant today. I'm so proud of our students and cast members who overcame so much adversity to rehearse and put this play together for you, even though all of our rehearsals took place remotely, as will our performance. So today I'm answering some questions from our cast and from my assistant director, Seychelles. So here we go. Okay, question number 1. What do you hope the audience takes away after seeing the play? I am not going to answer that directly because I really believe that audience members should always take away what they are led to naturally themselves watching a performance, and I don't want to dictate that in any way. But I will say that I hope that you all have a really good time. I hope that you're able to laugh and have a little bit of levity as we all, I'm sure, are finding that difficult these days. But I hope that you also have some moments to reflect on the themes that are presented in the play. And of course, I hope that you take away, as I have, that our students at Pasadena City College are the best, and we're so lucky to have them in our productions. Okay, question number 2. What is it like to direct over Zoom? Well, it is definitely not like rehearsing in a theater space. Theater is a live art, usually by its very definition, and relies on the chemistry and energy that a cast creates with each other. But I will say that I tried to immediately think about the positives of what we could do meeting online. And so we've just had a lot of fun and concentrated on what we could make work instead of thinking about what we couldn't make work. And another process that I did was to, rather than trying to make every single moment feel connected between the actors or every single moment feel like they were in the same room, to just find every once in a while a moment that we could create that effect. And so I think it was really helpful to not overwhelm ourselves and just focus on what we could do. That being said, I missed having the cast together in one place. I haven't gotten to know them as well as I would have otherwise, but in other ways I feel like I know them in a different way because we've been through so much together this semester. And and also, honestly, they've missed out on a chance to stage what is really a fun play. I've directed it before, and is a lot of fun to figure out on the stage. But at the same time, they figured out how to do this on Zoom, and that is going to be the way theater performances are taking place for some time now, I think. So I hope that these students and cast members have learned skills that they're going to be able to apply outside of Pasadena City College. Actually, I'm sure they have. Okay, here's another question. What is your favorite wildcat species? I think that a jaguar is beautiful, and I like the cars too. Okay, here is another set of questions. Okay. What character do you think each of your cats is most like? So one of the things that's been interesting about this process is that we've gotten to know each other in sort of more intimate setting because we're all at home. And so people's family members have been walking in and out of rehearsal, and our animals too. So I have two cats, Rosie and Birdie, who the cast has gotten to know. And so to answer this great question, I think that Rosie is the most like Antonia. She's very strong and a leader. And I think Birdie is a lot like Margarita. She sort of goes with whatever Rosie wants. Okay, which character do you see yourself in the most? I think also I'm a lot like Antonia. Which would you rather eat, the birdseed soup or the kitty chow? Well, without giving too much away about the play, I'm going to go with the birdseed soup. Definitely. It's not quite unlike the quinoa soup that I make for myself. If you were at the grocery store, the women quote unquote robbed, what three things would you grab? It's a great question. If I was in a store in the middle of a riot, I would grab some brie cheese, a bottle of wine, and maybe some smoked oysters. Okay, what's your favorite line from the show? Another great question. I actually love this play. I think that the writing is really incredible. Dario Fo was an incredible playwright, and so it's hard to pick, but I would say that without giving the detail of the line away, that when Giovanni sort of has his realization and transformation, that's my favorite bit of writing in the play. And you'll just have to watch the show to find out what I'm talking about. Okay, more questions. What is an aspect that comes out of this process virtually that you might not get on stage? I think that maybe because there's less distractions, there's not a set, there's not lighting, that you might actually listen to the play a little bit more and hear the words a little bit more. And I think that would be a positive. What makes a play still relevant today? As I mentioned, there's so many themes in this play that unfortunately are still incredibly relevant today. And so I think it's just a reminder. Art, particularly art from the past, always reminds us that these struggles that we're going through are not new. And on the one hand, that's really frustrating. We would like to see that some of these issues have changed more than they have. But at the same time, I believe that it's also really a reminder of solidarity and to remember that you're not alone, that our ancestors have gone through this, that people around the world have gone through these struggles, and that we have strength in numbers and strength in that solidarity. What does the play mean to you? Well, I think this production, this play, Dario Fo was an activist, and I think that doing this play and persevering, even though we're going through so much, is very much in line with the spirit of why Dario Fo wrote the play to begin with. And so to me, what this whole production means is that the show must go on, and not in the show must go on and be oblivious to what's going on the outside world. I don't think we're oblivious at all. In fact, I think we're channeling all of the feelings we're having about the things that are happening in the world right now and pouring that into this production. And it helps that the play itself already has the framework, it has the vessel for us to pour that energy into. So I think for me, what this means is that artists are constantly turning towards their creativity to express their feelings and to express their activism. And I very much see this production as an act of activism and empowerment. And finally, well, you know what? I think that that's the best question to end with. So I thank everyone for your time, and we look forward to seeing you. The production will be taking place Saturday, June 6th at noon and 7 p.m. and Sunday, June 7th at 7 p.m. And you can find information on the show at Pasadena City College's theater page on Facebook. And yeah, well, if you're watching this, you're already on the YouTube channel, so you know where to find it. So for the performances, just come online a few minutes before the show. We'll be there. We'll be looking forward to seeing you. We'll miss seeing your faces in the theater, but honestly, we're so proud and thrilled to have an audience that will be watching from all around the world. We know we're going to have people watching in Mexico, New Orleans, New York, and we're so glad you'll be there. Bye. Ciao.